Welcome to my channel, The Creative Woman, and Libra monthly reading for general for all Libras, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising sign. And I just wanted to let you know before I started, if this is not accurate for you, then I would check your moon sign or your rising sign and try that one, because of the fact that everybody's natal wheels are different, and the planets that are transiting now could be very well transiting in and being more significant for your moon sign or your ascendant sign right now, rather than just your sun sign. Okay, and even some of you might want to check if you know your north node of the moon or your south node of the moon. Also check that monthly reading for that sign. Okay, and with that, I want to get started with the Sacred Geometry card that came out for Libra. It's number 40, and the frequency of soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body, I don't know if I was pronouncing that correct, the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Okay, and here, if you haven't listened to my channel before, if you haven't been here before, this works on your subconscious. This is Sacred Geometry Activation card. So just take a look at that as long as you feel necessary to do so, and stop the video if you need to. Okay. And then the second card, which is from my astrological deck that came out, is for the second house, having to do with the second house in the natal wheel. And that has everything to do with self-worth, what you possess, how others see you, how you see yourself. So your assets, finances, your possessions, your value. Okay. Okay, let me just take a minute and see that these two cards are going to be the theme for your November monthly. Okay, so what I'm getting from these two cards for you, Libra, is having everything to do with allowing and the ability, the possibility of seeing things, seeing you, seeing your reality in a whole new light, and what you value, your possessions, your thoughts, your feelings are changing. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Tarot cards here. Let's see what else comes out. You're going through a transformation of sorts here, Libras. Changing your reality, seeing a new reality from what you have, how you have seen things before. So changing perspective, a new perspective. I'm just also being called, I have to say that for some of you, you might be choosing to get rid of certain possessions of yours, certain, whether it's small things like clothes or little items in the house, or the home, all the way to big, vehicles, or changing homes, changing environments, even for some of you possibly, because you're just not the same person anymore. You're not what's important to you, what you value is changing, The way you see yourself for some of you is changing. How you value your own self is changing. Okay. So that could mean changing relationships, leaving certain relationships and beginning new relationships. I even just 2 family members, I'm getting 2 possibly. So let's see what else comes up for Libra for November. What's happening with Libra and their values? What are they here? Okay. All right, the moon comes out. So even if you're watching this, and because today is the 27th of October, so on the 31st we're having the blue moon. So I'm seeing the blue moon of October 31st is a big thing for you, Libras. And even going to the next full moon, which is in November, which is on the 30th. So full moon to full moon, something is awakening in you with this Taurus blue full moon. Let's get some more. Let's see if I can. How are Libra's reality or their values changing? What can they expect with this this full moon to full moon? What can they expect from Libra's general reading? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, having to do with their values. Okay, let me just. Magician, all right. Planning something new. You're planning something new, or you're going to be planning something new. Something new is blossoming, is for some of you coming to fruition around this full moon to full moon. So the blue full moon on October 31st to November 30th is full moon. Having something to do with yourself, how you're seeing yourself, how you are changing and seeing your worth, your value. That's increasing somehow. It's going to be different for all of you. It is a general reading. But in that, your whole reality it changes. It opens up to new things are opening for some of you. I just heard bursting forth. See these blossoming, those flowers are in full bloom. So something is about to burst forth, and see that sunshine, that moon is just shining bright. Okay. Something stable, much more stable. You're moving into more stability for some of you. Very prosperous, I just heard too, for someone. Very prosperous times, abundant times, where you're going to flourish. Okay. And that's going to be different for everybody. So let's see. Yeah, how? Let's see if we can get some details on how are you going to flourish. How are Libras flourishing during this time? What's transforming for them? How exactly? Can you get some details of this magical time? How, I just got your powers increasing. Your powers increasing. So how are Libra's powers increasing? What? Give us some more details of that for November. What can they forward to? What can they expect? Let's see here. Wow, the sun. There you go again. I just heard you're being illuminated. You are being illuminated. This is the sun card. It represents happy days ahead. It represents freedom. It represents freedom of all kinds, freedom of expression, freedom to be yourself. Freedom to express yourself in new ways you've never done before. Okay, so that has everything to do with how you value yourself. Okay, and then the red, we have red in both cards. Significant. That means power. That means your power center. Strong power center, high energy, vibrant energy. You're facing the world. You're getting ready to face the world head on. Look at that. That child is on a horse. The horse is facing straight ahead, and so is the child. And the child is, there is nothing holding the child back. He's out there. He's out there, free, completely showing all of himself. Okay, that's you. That's you. That's what you're in the process of. That's what's happening to you, Libras, with this seeing a new reality emerging for you, a new, whatever that new is. It's something that is really opening you up to abundance, prosperity, to peace, to solid, magical. Maybe some of you are opening up to your magical gifts, your intuitive gifts, your psychic gifts, your alchemist. Maybe some of you are alchemists. Okay, let's see what else. What else can we get for Libra for November? Okay. Some of you are contemplating a new venture, a new adventure, a new something new, something new. You're taking your time. You're pondering it here with this Page of Wands. But you're looking up. You're looking up and you just taking your time to make sure that everything is right before some of you move forward in whatever that, it could be a new endeavor, taking you in a new direction, of course. a more positive direction than you've had in a long time. I just heard for some of you, possibly ever. Yeah, see, okay, the Page of Wands, again, came out, and then the Temperance card. And so, to me, that's meaning again, and the Page of Wands is looking towards the Temperance card, which, again, Temperance is all about taking your time and balancing your energies, making sure everything is the way you want it, or even you are the way you want to be. The way you see yourself, the way you value the way that you value yourself. You want to make sure that that is complete first before you jump into anything or do anything. And so you're just taking your time. This is for some of you. This isn't necessarily going to be for everyone. This is a general reading, but okay. And again, I'm seeing this Temperance, red wings. And so, okay, some of you are making sure that your security base is firmly planted, that it is fully the way you want it to be, to ensure that it won't collapse, to ensure the sturdy foundation for yourself. Okay, yes. And this could be the process too for some of you that you're going to be going through this whole month of, from now until the next full moon, which is November 30th. The whole process. And maybe some of you, depending on where you are at in your journey, you could have been doing that, or you're in the middle of it right now, in that process right now. But again, I'm just seeing, take your time. Don't rush anything. Make sure you have a sturdy foundation for yourself. Make sure you are completely through the process of this new reality, and the concept of this new reality and it coming into you. Just make sure that all of that you are, that you don't have any questions yet, that all of your ends are tied. You have completed everything. Just, I'm not quite sure how to say that, if I'm making myself clear. You don't want any loose ends. There you go. Make sure there are no loose ends. So no rushing, because you want to make sure that you go step by step process. Make sure you're going slow and steady, and don't worry about how long it takes, because what is more important than I am hearing and feeling is that you take your time so that you don't skip any steps, so that your foundation is completely 100% solid. Okay, let's see what else. And you do that, and I was just drawn to there's a crown here, there's a path, and then a crown right there. I don't know if you can see that. The crown right there. That's your gold mine. That's you. That's what you're going for. And so you want to make sure that you reach that. Okay, let's see what else comes out, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for November. What else? What else can they expect? What else? Are there any more details? What details do they need to know about this whole process for them? This value process, this new reality that's emerging for them in November. What? Anything else? Let's get one more card. One more card. Okay, well then let's see what you can expect. What can they expect going through this process and going ahead and taking their time? What can they expect to gain? What is at the end for them? Where will they be at the end of this process by going slow and stepping into this new reality? Okay, let's see. What will be waiting there for you? Okay, the Queen of Swords. Well, for one, again, that sturdy foundation. You will be solid. You will be solid and firmly, solidly planted in who you are, your value, what you deserve, what you do not deserve, what is good for you, what is not good for you. You will know these things so that you will create an environment for yourself and then for others that are around you too, that encourage you to thrive. A positive environment for who you are, which is best suited for who you truly are. That's part of this transformation. I'm looking at the butterfly. It's on the side of her chair. Now this chair to me is her throne. Is made out of some type of rock that is very solid and very strong. That to me is the representation of what you are building for yourself, so that you can sit there and that is your base, and it is sturdy and enables you to be who you truly are, value who you are, value everything. And of course, it's going to be different for everyone because you're not all in the same place or valuing the same sort of things, but whatever you are valuing or not valuing, that's going to completely change certain things. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else? Is there anything else for Libras? And I just heard too that for someone, you might be valuing monetary things, money, too much. And therefore, this full moon to full moon is going to be opening you up to a whole new reality, or that's why it's opening you up to a whole new reality about valuing you, your internal, who you are, and going down that road instead of looking for and using the outer possessions and money and things to try and make you feel worthy. So in fact, I just saw too that someone, or this could be a couple of you, I don't know how many, but some of you, your foundations, if you are or were on that road of what I just said about the over emphasizing and money and monetary possessions, expecting those to, if you have, the more you have of those, the more you can value yourself. I just saw that some of you, that could have been this last month in October or recently could have come tumbling down, could have had a tower moment where that was concerned, because that wasn't what was, that's not where you were to be going now. You were to be going now towards your valuing who you truly are, finding out who you truly are. And so that could have been just devastating for you. And maybe that's going to be happening to some of you this month. But that would be why. That would be why. Because the universe or your higher self, whatever you believe, is trying to show you there is another reality, a deeper, more fulfilling reality than what you have been valuing, which starts with yourself, starts with valuing yourself. So again, this whole month for Libras, for you Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, that's what it's about. I'm really getting strong. It's more about valuing who you are, what you have to offer, and digging and seeing that and being thankful and grateful and happy for those things about your own self. Wow, that's really deep, Libra. And it's beautiful, and I know it can be devastating if you have lost all your possessions, you've lost your home, you've lost your car, and one after the other, and you had no way of stopping it, and that's how you saw your only value was, and now it's all gone, and so you're now at the bottom of the pit, so to speak. And so now you get to start a new foundation, though, because that foundation was not your security. That was not secure, or it would never have gone away. So once you can see that too, and maybe that's what you've been working through for some of you this past month. In fact, I just got that possibly on the full moon on the 1st of October, it started that avalanche for some of you, I'm getting. And so this full moon on Taurus, full moon October 31st, is going to start you being able to climb out of that now. Get out of those negative feelings, see the positive, see why that happened, be able to see a different perspective so that you can start moving forward and that you can start building from inside. In fact, I would say if you have your natal wheel done, take a look at your natal wheel, take a look at your north and south nodes of the moon, and you study those in detail, because that would be at the heart of what's going on with you, of why you lost certain things, and transiting. Check out and find out what the transiting planets have been lately, and how they are, if they're opposing or conjuncting or squaring any of your planets. Those are major things, especially Pluto and Saturn, and Moon, Ascendant. Anyway, it's very, very in-depth. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you have never ever looked into astrology, I'm an astrologer of 24 years. I would be happy to do your natal wheel for free, and I would give you a little video about what those symbols in those houses mean for you, because that's very, very, very essential if you have never done that before, especially if you're being impacted and you can't seem to get out of this slump, of this devastation, destruction that has occurred in your life. I would definitely do that. And you don't have to go to me either. You can go to any astrologer. They will give you a free wheel. But if you wish to for me to do that for you, then I will leave the information in the description box below. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything else? Okay, I just looked at the bottom of the deck of Lovers, and then what came to me, Libras, is also it might have everything to do with maybe some of you are separated or separating or divorcing, and those are major things too, and those also have everything to do with stripping your foundation, that tower moment. So I know it's devastating, especially if it's just now happening and you're still in the throes of it, and all of those, the sadness and devastation and all those overwhelming feelings, and how that really shakes your foundation of who you are, and makes you feel terrible about yourself, about life, about going forward, about how to move forward, all of those things. So I do understand that, because I have been through that in the past. But I can tell you that you can move through that. You will move through that. And it will, if you can find I'm not saying now, but when you can find the positive, because there is positive, how that relationship benefited you, and what you can take from that, or even take from the breakup. Something positive. It strengthened you. Maybe enabled you to see yourself in a different way. And like I said, not that you can necessarily do that right now for some of you, but you will be able to. You will be able to. And when you can, find the positive. There you go. You have won the battle. The biggest part of the battle is getting over that, because then once you see what you have learned, and what this breakup or whatever negative it is right now, what it has enabled you to move forward into, that's the big thing. That, because if it hadn't happened, then you would never be able to move forward into who you truly are, and valuing what really is truly important, which is yourself first. Seeing the important and valuing your own self. Okay, well, I guess didn't mean to go on and on about that, but it was just coming, and so take that for what it, how that, the importance of that for you. And again, if you have any questions, I love your comments, please. And I really appreciate all of your, if you like this video, to like it, subscribe, share it with others. Anyway, so just hang in there, and I'm here if you have any questions, if you want your natal wheel done. Okay, and I guess that's all for now. So until next time, bye.